What is poppin', everybody? It's your boy, the man, the myth, the legend, the holy commentator, finally back with a brand new video talking about some more YouTube drama that everyone loves talking about and everybody loves listening to. And of course, coming from a man wearing sunglasses who can't look at a camera correctly, and a guy who's sitting here in a gaming shirt, of course, you have to wonder, is this going to be the best opinion? And yes, of course it is. And today we're going to be talking about anything for views, and more specifically, apologizing for edgy humor, because I'm kind of sick and tired of it, especially after iDubbbz, but we're going to get into that a little bit more, and we're just going to talk about the very basic situation. Now, of course, Chad just came out recently and said he was apologizing for his edgy humor, and again, I kind of understand that a little bit to a certain extent in this day and age. You know, you can't really do a lot of edgy humor, and I don't think it's necessarily bad that he apologized, and I think it was way better than iDubbbz apologies. I mean, we'll see what happens here next. We'll see if Chad starts shitting on fans, you know, in a second on the next podcast or whatever.
I did not like the interactions that I had with fans. There were quite a few human beings that I interacted with that just sucked because I attracted a lot of people who sucked. Some people were very much like antisocial, weird, basement dwellers. You know, the one time a month that they come out of their cave and they run into me, their favorite YouTuber.
What would they say? What would they do?
Things that I am certainly not going to repeat. I'm talking bad words.
Words that we only say by describing the first letter?
Yeah, exactly. Boy, man, what a powerful way of putting it.
But I think he's genuinely like a good dude, and I don't think he's genuinely bad or had any hatred in his heart when he's doing this stuff back in 2016. It was really just the biggest part of his content, right? He was there with Filthy Frank, he was there with Max Mofo, where he's there with iDubbbz. Everybody there at that point in time was extremely edgy, and it was extremely funny humor, and to this day, it still is extremely funny humor, but of course, it's just not allowed that much on the internet, which, you know, soft people, soft things, but I don't really fucking care about that. I want to talk about this because, again, here on screen is his apology, and again, not too bad of an apology, and I genuinely think that he just wanted to change, and maybe at this point, when you start to get older, you start to realize that edgy humor is worse. I don't fucking know. I'm still fucking young, and I still like talking about tits and ass and fucking slapping hoes like I'm a fucking pimp from the 1980s, but, you know, that's just fucking me, I guess. But either way, we'll see what happens when I'm older. We'll see if I apologize for that stupid fucking bullshit in particular, or my god commentating. We'll fucking see. Here's the thing about the apology here. There's a bunch of other stuff that came out about Chad, or there's a lot of people that are trying to release Chad, and was talking about exactly what happened there, and exactly what Chad is thinking, and what Chad is doing, and the stuff behind the scenes. Now, Chad himself, behind the scenes, anything for views, has, of course, a company called Grog. Now, of course, Grog is, you know, very big when it comes down to the YouTuber space. I actually had a Grog party in the last Twitch stream, and I want to try some. I want to get some fucked up off some Grog with Max Mofo and Chad. Now, here's the thing. There's apparently a bunch of other shit behind the scenes that another big YouTuber is trying to talk about. I'll show the tweets on screen here if I can find them, and this is bullshit too. I honestly think they're just clout demons, in the second that they show any type of weakness, whether it's any type of YouTuber, whether it's iDubbbz, whether it's Max Mofo, when it's any of these type of YouTubers, it comes down to weakness. And I think the second that any commentary YouTubers come around and see this shit the same way I am, because I like views as well, not just anything for views, but fucking views on my YouTube channel, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. But here's the thing about it, you know, the second there's any weakness involved, there's a bunch of people and there's a bunch of fucking vultures that come around and try to take as much shit from them as possible, and I think that's what's happening here. But past all that, past all my rambling, past all my ranting and my raving, I want to talk about apologies for edgy humor in general, which is probably the main point of this video that I really want to talk about. Now, edgy humor is a part of people and is a part of their everyday lives. I was raised on edgy humor from my father. We talk about a bunch of stupid shit all the time, and here's the thing about edgy humor that I think a lot of people need to understand. It is not actually trying to hurt anybody in particular. It is fucking stupid, and you are fucking retarded, and you need a helmet and crayons if you genuinely think that edgy humor is actually supposed to and intends to offend that group of people. No. If I make a joke about black people playing good fucking basketball or eating fucking chicken and doing those stereotypes, it's not because I'm a racist human being and I think that every single black person is like Michael fucking Jordan, and after that they go to fucking Colonel and they go hum and they eat a whole entire family bucket to themselves. That's not me. That's not me talking about their Air Jordans, and that's not me. That's not to offend anybody. It's because it's fucking funny. Why? Because stereotypes are funny, and stereotypes are fucking hilarious, and I think those needs to be the thing that people need to understand, is making fun of stereotypes and making edgy jokes based off those stereotypes is making fun of the absurdity of those kind of things. And that's the same thing that Chad's been doing. That's the same thing that Idols has done in the past, right? He's making fun of stereotypes, and he's just saying retarded shit because shock value and shock humor. And the idea of, oh my god, I can't believe he fucking said that. I can't believe he fucking said that. There's no way, bro. And there's a lot of people that enjoy that humor, and there's a lot of people that enjoy that comedy. I mean, I kind of enjoy it as well. Not as much as I used to, of course, when you're 16 years old and you're in fucking school with your friends and they say, look at this video. You see what this guy iDub said in his last bad unboxing? Oh, right? And I just want to say that I don't think a lot of these people need to apologize for that edgy humor either. This has been a long time in the making, since 2016, right? There's a lot of people that's been starting in the period of time where it was the Wild West of YouTube at that point of time, where everybody was doing edgy humor and everybody was shitting on the same people that were like, you can't be so sensitive, right? Everybody was shitting on them at this time. This is what people were doing. This is what edgy humor was supposed to represent. It was supposed to represent that stupid bullshit that everyone was like, oh my god, we're hypersensitive now. You can't say this and you can't say that. And edgy humor is a complete contrast to that. And to this day, it still is, but it's not as widely accepted. And of course, this is not the meta of YouTube anymore. Not a lot of people are doing this anymore. It's not brand safe anymore. So of course, it needs to be rubbed out of the system. And I don't think they need to apologize for that. That was the peak of that point in time. Chad was at the peak of that whole entire thing. iDubbbz was at the peak of that whole entire area, of that whole entire era, right, in 2016 of edgy humor. And I do want to return to this real quick. You're not racist, you're not sexist, and you're not homophobic if you make an edgy joke. The problem is if you don't laugh after you make a joke, right? If I say black people eat chicken and just go straight face the whole entire way through, and you see I stare into your soul and not make a fucking single like snicker or something along those lines, then of fucking course you start to think, maybe this guy believes what he's saying. Maybe he starts to believe what he's saying, you know? And it's the same thing with a bunch of other creators. Sam Hyde is a perfect example of that. iDubbbz tried to shit on him, but the edgy and ironic humor of what Sam Hyde does is the fucking point. That's the punchline. That's what people need to understand as well in this day and age of your sensitive fucking pussies. If they hurt your feelings, don't fucking listen to it. Go watch Hassan Piker stream. Go watch Casey Tron. Don't fucking watch us, and don't fucking watch that kind of content then. That's as simple as that. If you don't like it, don't watch it. I'm gonna be the very first person to fucking say that. And of course, I'm also going to be saying that I'm on the other side of that too, where of course I want to complain, I also want to whine about it, but I'm not going to try to cancel somebody over their fucking views. I will say that their views are retarded, I will say that their opinion is retarded, and of course I'll be like, well,
maybe these guys don't really, understand the situation properly.
Of course I'm going to fucking say that, because I'm a normal human fucking being, unlike half these people who think that if they jack off in their screen, then of course somebody should get canceled for that. Somebody else should get canceled for that, right? We don't need any of this fucking guilty bullshit of, this YouTuber said this in the past, they should be holding it over their head until now. Because it ruins a person and it ruins their character now. Look at iDubbbz. Again, to this day, he has never looked more depressed in his goddamn life. Okay? And he apologized for his edgy humor. He gets shit on the internet 24/7. He hasn't won a single boxing match despite being the one to fucking start it. It is absolutely terrible. And it looks terrible and it looks bad and it just absolutely takes out the mental health. And again, that's what was popular in the back. Now, I know you guys get a fucking murder boner whenever you cancel somebody online, but it's just fucking stupid to go down this line and say, because they made an edgy joke in the past, they should get absolutely erased off the internet. I also do think that, apologizing for it is kind of the direct way of getting criticism, because a lot of people are going to be like, well, if you're trying to change now, this is what you said in the past, this is what you said in the past, this is what you have to apologize for, this is what you have to change now in your brand new content. If you don't change this and you don't change that, therefore you haven't changed, therefore your apologies bullshit, therefore you're a terrible human being, canceled, right? That's kind of how it goes these days. And I generally think that's kind of the line that Chad could go down under. And again, with a lot of these other YouTubers that are trying to get out there and be like, well, Chad is a terrible person behind the scenes. Which, again, we'll see once the evidence kind of gets arose and, shown forward, right? Because there's a lot of brands that are actually releasing grog off of their whole entire list and from selling it because of the drama that Chad is going through now and because of this apology, right? Of his edgy content and everything else like that in the past. Now, with that being said, I think that's really the end of my huge, gigantic, long fucking rant. And again, I can't wait to edit this all together and just realize how retarded I sound. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And of course, if you did, do me a favor, like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time. This is me, the Holy Commentator, signing off for now.
Shut the fuck up. Know your fucking place, trash.